Friday? History, Meaning, and Spiritual Significance of Jumuah by Chamchoum. Salam alaikum. Peace be upon you, dear viewers. This video is created for everyone, for Muslims seeking deeper understanding, for people of other faiths who wish to learn about Islamic tradition, and for non-religious or atheist viewers interested in the history and culture that shape our world. Its purpose is purely educational, offering universal knowledge accessible to all. For more than 1 billion Muslims around the globe, Friday is not simply the end of the week. It is a day marked by gathering, reflection, and spiritual renewal. Known as Yawm al-Jumu'ah, it brings entire communities together in a practice that reaches back to the earliest days of Islam. I dedicate this video to His Highness, Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates, whose leadership, vision, and commitment to tolerance and cultural understanding continue to inspire a spirit of harmony and shared humanity across nations. Yawm al-Jumu'ah means the day of gathering. The Arabic root jameh refers to assembling or bringing things together, and in Islam it reflects the weekly moment when the community unites for the Friday congregational prayer. It is a day when Muslims gather physically for worship and spiritually for reflection, reinforcing a shared sense of unity, purpose, and remembrance of God. Why Friday? Why did this specific day, and not any other, become the anchor of Muslim worship and communal prayer? Understanding the story behind Friday opens a window into Islamic history, the rhythm of Muslim life, and the meaning of sacred time. How a single day came to hold profound spiritual significance, shaping the faith, identity, and practices of millions across centuries. Friday was chosen specifically because, according to Islamic tradition, it holds a unique place in sacred history. It is said to be the day on which God created Adam, the day on which major events will occur at the end of time, and the day when divine blessings are especially abundant. The Prophet Mohammed, peace be upon him, described Friday as the best day on which the sun rises, giving it a spiritual distinction above all other days. When Islam established its communal practices, the Quran instructed believers to gather for prayer on this day, transforming Friday into a weekly moment of unity, reflection, and worship. For these reasons, rooted in both revelation and prophetic teaching, Friday and no other day became Islam's designated day of gathering. The central basis for Friday as the Muslim day of gathering comes directly from the Quran. In Surah al-Jumu'ah, believers are instructed, when the call to prayer is made on the day of gathering, hasten to the remembrance of God and leave trade aside. This verse established Friday as a communal obligation, not merely a recommended act. It signaled a weekly moment when everyday concerns are briefly set aside, so that the community may come together, listen to the sermon, and pray in unison. Importantly, the verse does not require the full cessation of work for the entire day. Rather, it emphasizes pausing worldly activity at the time of prayer. In Islam, Friday is not a day of rest in the way that Saturday functions in Judaism or Sunday in Christianity. Muslims are not required to cease work for the entire day. Rather, they pause only for the congregational prayer at midday. The Quran itself instructs believers to leave their trade temporarily when the call to Friday prayer is made, and to resume their activities once the prayer is completed. This makes Friday a day of gathering, reflection, and communal worship, not a Sabbath or a day of halted labor, but a moment within the week when spiritual duties briefly take precedence over worldly concerns. The first Friday prayer was performed shortly after the Prophet Muhammad's arrival in Medina, marking the beginning of a structured communal life for the early Muslim community. At its center was the khutbah, the sermon delivered before the prayer, which served not only as spiritual guidance, but also as a means of addressing the community's social and moral concerns. Early Muslims gathered in simple open spaces or modest mosques, standing shoulder to shoulder as a unified group, regardless of status or background. Across the Muslim world, Friday is observed with remarkable cultural variety, yet the core elements remain the same. From the call to prayer echoing through cities and villages, to people dressing in clean or traditional attire, attending the sermon, and gathering for the communal prayer, Jumu'ah maintains a universal structure despite regional differences. In preparation, Muslims are encouraged to perform ritual washing, ghusl, apply perfume, wear their best modest clothing, recite blessings upon the Prophet, and arrive early with a calm and reflective mind. Here is the Islamic call to prayer, known as the adhan. I invite you to take a moment to listen and experience this foundational expression of Muslim worship.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Thank you for watching. What do you think about this video? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Please check out my other videos by tapping on the element of your choice shown here on your screen, or go to my channel to explore more content. Thank you for your interest.